Today on the 52 FAQ, we're taking a closer look at the BRS 160's plumbing. Hi, I'm RT, your host of BRStv's 52 FAQ, where we answer all kinds of reefing questions from our popular series, 52 Weeks of Reefing. Today, we're answering one of the most commonly asked questions of the BRS 160, what fittings were used in setting up the tank's plumbing? There are a handful of fittings that the team at BRS prefers to use on a vast majority of their tank builds, and there's no shortage of them on the BRS 160. Unions, ball valves, check valves, gate valves, color PVC, and lock line all play their part on the 160's plumbing layout. Unions are perhaps one of the more important fittings on the reef tank. They allow you to disassemble your plumbing for maintenance, cleaning, or to make changes. On the 160, we use them in a few critical places that allows us to remove the plumbing if need be, and remove or replace the sump if we ever had to. Planning out your plumbing layout with plenty of unions would be my recommendation. You can never have enough. Ball valves play a key role in the BRS 160's plumbing setup as we use them for shutting off lines entirely, such as here on the return pump manifold, or for making rough adjustments to water flow. I'd recommend using the CPEX ball valves, since not only are they unions in themselves, but their seal can be adjusted or tightened, and they aren't prone to seizing up over time, like cheaper valves you can find at the hardware store. Our return lines feature the George Fisher wide check valve, and for good reason. Not only do they offer some additional insurance preventing water siphoning into the sump in the event of a power outage or return pump failure, but they can also be cleaned and maintained extremely easily by simply removing the cap on the Y and cleaning the small float to ensure it seats in the valve properly. Gate valves are important for lines that need to have the capability of being finely adjusted. We're using them here in our drain line with the Bean Animal overflow drain setup. This setup requires fine adjustments which ball valves would not offer. Simply turning the red knob a small amount allows for a precise drain adjustment. On the end of our return lines inside of the 160, we're using segments of lock line. Not only does this offer a unique solution for returning water into the aquarium, but it's entirely adjustable, allowing you to direct flow in your aquarium where you need it the most. It also allows you to set the output of the return line just below the surface of the water, minimizing the amount of water siphoned down the lines in the event of a power failure in tandem with our check valves. Lastly, we use blue-colored PVC piping on the 160 because not only do we want the plumbing to be functional, but we also want it to look great as well. It's available in 8 different colors, so there are plenty of options to choose from. A few quick tips: when it comes to gluing plumbing fittings, there is a trick to ensure the best fit and finish. Apply glue to both glue joints, insert them together, give a quarter twist to the fitting while making sure the angles of the fittings match the needs of your plumbing setup, and then be sure to hold them tightly together so they don't push away from each other as the glue cures. Also, I really like to use threaded versus slip fittings where unions don't fit, like next to your tank under the overflow, simply because it can be disassembled later without needing to tear apart your plumbing. If you're interested in learning more about reef tank plumbing, do yourself a favor and check out Week 5 of 52 Weeks of Reefing, Pumps, Plumbing, and Return Pumps. Don't forget, answering your questions is what the 52 FAQ is all about, so ask us something you want to know in the comments area down below. See you soon with the next 52 FAQ.